Hello everyone and welcome back to Jasmine's Crazy Cat Tarot. Today we are going to find out what you can expect for the next 24 hours. So take a look at the 3 cards. You can be drawn to more than one and you can find all the timestamps in the description below. And I will meet you at your reading so we can be prepared for what lies ahead in the very near future. Hello and welcome to all of my wonderful group 1s. If you were drawn to the first card, enough, I tire of, you can fill in the blanks, but you could be feeling tired of something and you could be feeling a bit on your high horse. So let's see what you can expect in the next 24 hours. But this looks like some sort of king or something to me. So I feel like you will be treating yourself like royalty regardless. So let's bring in the energy for my group 1s and let's see what they can expect in the next 24 hours. Okay, let's start with Oscar Wilde. Let's see what he has to say on the matter for group 1. Oscar Wilde. Okay, we've got 2. Work is the curse of the drinking classes, so maybe some of you could be sick of work, or if you're unemployed, you could be sick of trying to find a job and you feel like you just can't find something that suits you, that's just right. We also have democracy is simply the bludgeoning of the people, for the people, by the people. So you're tired of politics, you're tired of work, you're tired of the government, and in the next 24 hours, you're just going to be so over it. And group 1, I can't really blame you because I am so over it too. So let's get to it. Let's get the tarot. Actually, first, let me get you a Moonology message. And then we will clarify with the tarot. So for my group 1s, what can group 1 expect in the near future, the next 24 hours? Can I just get one? What can group 1 expect? We have a look at the bigger picture. So even though you might feel so over it now, look at the bigger picture. And with the Sagittarius energy, this kind of looks like a strawberry moon. Someone could love strawberries. But Sagittarius is a go-getter. So even if things seem slow and stale now, things are heating up and speeding up. I feel like December, you will be making big changes. And if you feel stuck in a rut, the Sagittarius energy is helping you to get out of this rut very quickly. So there are changes happening and it will be sooner than you think. We also have bring love into the situation. So we can always see the bigger picture when we find the love. So yeah, focus on what you love and not on what you hate. Even though it can be a lot easier to do the latter, the only way to deal with all the hate in the world is to remember and remind yourself of the love. Okay, so let's get some tarot for my group 1s. What can group 1 expect for the next 24 hours? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can I get 3 for my group 1? What can group 1 expect? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Prevail. So something isn't prevailing or someone isn't putting their money where their mouth is and you could feel sick of that. But even if other people aren't putting their money where their mouth is, this Sagittarius energy is about you putting your money where your mouth is. So that's the thing. When it comes to getting something done, sometimes you're better off doing it yourself because people can say more than their prayers sometimes. So some of you could be reconnecting with your faith. We also have the Knight of Swords, motivation. So yeah, I feel like someone could be letting you down or breaking a promise or not following through with something. But this is you following through and getting your own motivation. So even if other people are staying stuck in this rut, this is you coming out the other side, leading by example and not following anyone's orders or having faith in anyone but yourself and God. So yeah, it can be hard to kind of give that control over. And Spirit is saying, don't give it to someone else, but always have faith and know that you don't have to carry everything alone. So Spirit is saying, give it to God. Whatever these issues are or you feel is holding you back, give it to God. He's going to help you with that. And He does follow through. He actually follows through and doesn't say more than his prayers. He's the reason prayers exist. We have the King of Swords, endurance. So whatever it is, you're going to get through this. You're going to come out the other side and you will be thanking yourself, giving yourself that pat on the back. And people who kind of want the reward without the action, I feel like you could be calling them out, because no risk, no reward. And you are going to be getting those results that you seek, and you shall find. So I do feel like if you're looking for a job, you will find a job, but it's about a job that really you feel passionate about and that you feel will be rewarding. Because if there's no fulfillment, well, there's no fun in that. So you might be fussy, but don't just settle for anything, because you are the one that knows yourself the best. I'm hearing that song by Madonna, Don't Go for Second Best. Express Yourself by Madonna. So some of you need to express yourself, and that's the thing. No one can express you better than you. Group 1. Okay, so let me just get you some oracle messages before we go, and then we will get you a word, of advice. So for my group 1s, that is far too many. Avoidance, inspecting, past, suffering. I feel like these are meant to come. I was only going to get one of these, but group 1, hey, Spirit is saying what they want to say. You could have a hot offer coming in, an offer that is too good to resist. So if this is a job offer, I feel like you will accept it if the price is right and you feel like you will gain some sort of satisfaction or fulfillment. Yeah, because hard work pays off, but don't just settle. Some things and some people are worth waiting for. Even if that's you, slow and steady wins the race. Don't rush yourself, because royalty can't be rushed, okay? So don't be avoiding something, even though it can be easier to keep our head in the sand. It's better to go for it, because the knights on the chessboard, they can move all kinds of ways. The kings, they're quite limited. The queens, they can do anything they want. So no matter what your gender is, instead of being stuck at a stalemate, you're making moves, taking actions, and you're winning the game. So you may have felt like you lost the battle, but you're winning the war overall. We have a lack mindset, but that's a thing of the past. Don't stay in a place where you're suffering, and that could be a mindset. You can leave that mindset. I feel like your harvest is coming in the autumn and good things are coming in. You will see the bigger picture as the autumn goes on. By the time December is here, I feel like the momentum and the motivation is going to be tripled in your life. And I've seen a little angel orb. So I do feel like your angels, your ancestors are also heavily protecting you. They're watching you, but you could be watching someone, keeping an eye on someone or something. This could even be jobs, or you could feel like someone is being a creep in Halloween season. So I'm hearing that song, Somebody's Watching Me, but whether that's real or it's in your head, that's another thing. But if you feel like someone's watching, they probably are. So yeah, the government is always watching. Big Brother is always watching. Someone's brother could be significant, but you're just so over the way the world is. You don't want to conform, fit the mold. This is about you breaking the mold and making your own mold, because you don't just want to do what everyone else does. So you're watching, but you're not liking what you're seeing, so you're deciding to create a whole new space for yourself. You're overcoming ego, because ego is what keeps us in a lack mindset, and it stops us from trying because of fear of rejection. So don't fear rejection, embrace it, because even if we fail, we can fail better next time. There's always room for improvement, and overnight success, it's not as common as the movies would like us to think. So even if your life hasn't been a perfect movie, there's been obstacles, it's more like a rom-com. Some of you could be very romantic, and even if there are obstacles along the way, you will get your happy ever after. It just may not be in the way you expected. And if you've been waiting for someone to come and rescue you, Spirit is saying you are your own rescue squad, Group 1. So don't give that power to anyone else, because you, my dear, are the most powerful of all. So I'm thinking of Snow White. Some of you could love that. And you're asking who is the fairest of them all? Well, you don't need to wait for an answer, because you already know it's you. You could be a psychic too, Group 1. Your psychic gifts are improving. You can feel it coming. So let's see. Yeah, you're seeing things in your third eye, your mind's eye, even in your dreams. So keep an eye on that. What is coming in the next 24 hours for Group 1? Please and thank you. Nothing is set in stone. So that's the thing. You can change anything you don't like. You can make it fit your own mold. You don't have to have things set, because they're still in the process of creating and creation. You're still under construction, and that's the thing, Group 1. It's all yours to write. So I'm hearing Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. Your story isn't over yet. You just have not created the next chapter. It's still in the process. So we also have your spirits and guides are helping manifest your desires. So yeah, you're heavily protected. Don't worry about that. They've got your back. I seen 1111. It's about showing up for yourself. And then when other people let us or themselves down, hey, that's okay, because we didn't let ourselves down. And isn't that the best power of all? Love that. So you're becoming more and more secure and more creative and psychic. As the autumn progresses, you are going to see a lot of progress. You're going to harvest those results and those rewards. But dreams don't work unless you do, Group 1. So it's just about doing something that fulfills you and you're passionate about. Okay, so what is the overall advice for Group 1? We have failures are like skinned knees, painful but superficial. Don't let previous failures stop you from trying, because that's your ego, and your ego will heal. But that's the thing, if you don't give yourself the chance, your soul may be calling out for something you're not giving it. Don't deprive your soul of what it truly wants. Once the game is over, the king and the pawn go back into the same box. So yeah, with this chess imagery I was thinking of, even though you are a king/queen, that's the thing, we all go to the same place once we die. I'm hearing that song by Nirvana. I think it was a cover. Yeah, so I don't know what song it is. I'll put the title here, but it's basically, where do bad folks go when they die? Maybe you're asking that question. They don't go to heaven, that's for sure. But as William Shakespeare once said, hell is empty, the devils are here. So you still have to have your pure soul in a world that is full of vampires and demons. Listen, it's Halloween season, but they are not going to drain your energy or motivation, because you are putting your energy to productive things and you're keeping yourself motivated. Other people aren't disappointing you, and even if they do, hey, you can always fix that for yourself. Depending on you will make sure that you never get let down, ever again. So thank you so much for being here. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this, if you resonated, what you'd like to see next. Make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date for future videos. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Pick a Card playlist if you're looking for a personal reading. The info is on my homepage, and I will see and connect with all of you again in the next one. Until then, goodbye and God bless. Mwah. Hello and welcome to all of my wonderful group twos. If you were drawn to the second card, you're here in the right place. One day, this little girl will be fill in the blanks. So you are a self-fulfilling prophecy. I feel like as a child, you were very creative, and maybe some of you could have lived or even still live in a world of your own. But this is your own creation. I'm hearing pure imagination from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, so that could be significant. Your imagination has no limits, and even if life has given you limits and boundaries, I feel like you can break these boundaries, break the rules. You're not typical. You're not here to do the everyday typical things, because you are extraordinary, and ordinary just doesn't cut it for you. So I feel like in the next 24 hours, you're going to be having an extraordinary experience, something out of the usual. And it's really going to awaken or reawaken that inner child. So let's bring in the energy for all of my group twos. And let's see what the next 24 hours has in store for you. So first off, let's get you some Oscar Wilde advice, words of wisdom for my group twos next 24 hours. We have, children begin by loving their parents. After a time, they judge them. Rarely, if ever, do they forgive them. The old believe everything, the middle-aged suspect everything, the young know everything. And I just seen an orb, so I feel like you and your children, if you have them, are divinely protected. A little girl could be significant, or a son. But regardless, I do feel like maybe your own inner child could have been wounded. And maybe you can feel like sometimes your children or your family judge you harshly. Or maybe when it comes to your own family, you could be judging them harshly. So it's going to be different for everyone. But they say you can't put an old head on young shoulders. And the youth, the next generation, sometimes they have to learn lessons for themselves. We can't do it for them. Some of you could feel like you're quite suspicious at the age that you're at. And that's the thing. There's no fool like an old fool, but you're seeing things differently, but you're not allowing life to take that fire, that passion, because you're extraordinary. And even if you never really fit in, sometimes the black sheep are the most special sheep in society. We're kind of all stuck in this big field, this big matrix, but actually being the black sheep is pretty cool. It's better to stand out than blend in. So some of you needed to hear that, and you will be standing out in the next 24 hours, and there will be a standout extraordinary moment for you. So look forward to that. Let me know what that is. Maybe you could suspect already. You're very psychic, very intuitive. And these gifts are just getting stronger. So can I just get one? What can group two expect or suspect for the next 24 hours? Please and thank you. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. So there might be trials and tribulations, but you see things in a different way. Don't let life make you lose your magic or your imagination. The two go hand in hand. And even if it's been obstacle after obstacle, I feel like there will be some sort of peak being reached for you. And your inner child is going to be so happy and thankful that you didn't let your dreams die. Because we can lose so many things the older we get, but as long as you keep hold of what made you happy and what makes you feel alive. So you're reconnecting with your passion, something that makes your heart feel on fire and makes your soul and spirit feel alive. I love that. Be bold and make the first move. So some of you could be making a move. You're feeling secure and confident. You believe in yourself. And as they say, it starts with self. Believe in yourself, even if other people don't. You have to be your own biggest fan until you attract that audience. So be bold. Don't be afraid to show it off, because you are fabulous and you are extraordinary. So let's get you some tarot group 2. What can group 2 expect in the next 24 hours? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can I get 3 for my group 2s? What can group 2 expect in the incoming 24 hours? We have the Star, creativity. So I could feel that creative energy straight away. You are amazing and you're a creator. You are pure soul and imagination. And even though you're very pure, I do feel like life could have tainted maybe your mind, your soul, your heart. You could have dealt with grief. You could have dealt with fallen stars instead of having all your dreams come true. But this is your dreams being reignited and you are feeling that star power. You're feeling the magic because you always held that vision, held the magic, and it's paying off. Yeah, it mightn't have been an overnight success thing, but you're seeing your success in mysterious ways and your inner child is going to be thanking you. I love that. So let's see. Make sure to drink enough water. We also have the Hermit. So you will be getting some sort of spiritual enlightenment, a eureka moment. Some of you could be a loner or a lone wolf. I do feel like this is you connecting with spirits. This is you realizing and recognizing your own power. The Star is about recognition, but the Hermit is about going within in yourself. So you're giving yourself that recognition. And when you know your own power, you are absolutely unstoppable. We also have the Moon. So yeah, something going on in the subconscious. And instead of just being a lone wolf, you're connecting with like-minded souls, either on this world, this plane, or the spiritual plane. So yeah, I love this. Some of you could be water signs, very mysterious, and people love that. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse though, this is a lack of collaboration. So maybe you're having a spiritual realization or awakening that only you can have by yourself and for yourself. Maybe when it comes to your vision, you're a one-man show or a one-man band per se. So even though you can share that vision with others, when it comes to the actual work, the creation, the spiritual enlightenment, the gifts, not everyone holds or possesses these gifts. Some people may hold your gifts against you because I said the word possess. Some people, when they're afraid of something or they're skeptical, they don't believe, they could say that gifted people are possessed per se, but it's because you possess a kind of creativity that they could only ever dream of having. So don't allow naysayers or haters to hold you back. Just because they don't believe in these things or they don't believe in you doesn't mean that you have to follow suit, because when you believe in you, that is your superpower. So you are tuning up those superpowers, that intuition, those psychic abilities in the next 24 hours, and you are going to be astonishing even yourself. We have the Ten of Wands, responsibility. So you could have a lot on your plate right now, a lot of responsibility, but you deal with this beautifully. And group 2, no one else can tell you what you can and can't have or dream of. These are yours, and some people don't like sharing their dreams until they're a little bit more in fruition. So maybe you're secretly working on something, but this is going to work out and you are going to get that recognition, but you could just be in hermit mode to make sure that work is done. But you are proving to yourself that you are amazing and you're unlike any other. Okay, so let's get you some oracle cards. Please and thank you for my group 2s. What can group 2 expect? Please and thank you. We have ego, vanity, and pride. So when it comes to your vision and your God-given gifts, there's no place for ego. Kill that ego. It will kill the fear and it will stop you from not having the confidence in yourself, because it's actually the ego that holds us back. Some people think it helps get us there, but no, it gets in the way, if anything. So for my group 2s, can I get 3 more? Whoa, we have North Node, cosmic purpose. So look, with the star, this is you being psychic as fuck, and this is all your dreams and prophecies coming true as if by magic. And it all comes from you. You are the magic one. You are the one, group 2. I'm hearing a song called The One by MIA. You could be connecting with faith or a higher power, reflection and projections. So yeah, you don't want to deal with other people's projections or reflections. You want to face yourself in the mirror and really get this chakra, this root work done. Some of you may need to get some sort of root work done. Can we clarify 3 of Pentacles in reverse? Air, Ace. So someone could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is you using your mind. Your mind is your superpower. And not everyone can understand what's in your mind because not everyone can get into your mind. You're one of a kind, so is your mind. And even if people are skeptical or superstitious, that doesn't make you any less delicious. They don't need to indulge. They don't need to believe. As long as you believe in you and keep on believing in that goal, hold that vision, no one else can make you drop it. People and bitches be tripping, but it ain't gonna be you because you are overcoming any obstacle, any mountain, and you are reaching the top. You're reaching your peak spiritually and you're gaining enlightenment, third eye clarity. Yeah, so you're definitely gaining some sort of enlightenment. You're going to have a very mystical experience in the next 24 hours. So group 2, please come back and tell me what this is because this is very exciting. Lucky you, group 2. And you're going to be counting your lucky stars and thanking yourself because you're a self-fulfilling prophecy at the end of the day. What did I say? So what is the spirit message for group 2 for the next 24 hours? We have distractions are disturbing the flow of energies. This did come in reverse. So you're overcoming distractions. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So as I was saying, group 2, you're overcoming distractions and no matter what goes wrong, I feel like this is you being shocked but dealing with it. So yeah, things mightn't always go smoothly and there are some hiccups when it comes to your dreams, but ultimately you're overcoming distractions, which, as I was saying before everything fell, was your ego is a distraction, other people's reflections and projections are a distraction. You're focusing on your soul purpose and you are reaching enlightenment, fulfillment, and creatively, you are at your peak, and spiritually, you just keep on growing and growing, and it's showing. So there could even be spirits showing themselves to you, and you're taking off those rose-colored glasses, seeing things for what they are. Sometimes you have to see it to believe it, as they say. So I'm so sorry about that distraction, but I feel like that was significant to show you that even if things can go to shit or shit hits the fan, sometimes this happens before the peak, the climax comes. So the climax is coming, and we also have abundance and prosperity lies ahead. So don't worry, it's all coming and you deserve it, group 2. So you will be celebrating and especially celebrating yourself. So what is the advice for group 2? Please and thank you. The trouble with doing something right the first time is that nobody appreciates how difficult it was. So no one understands how difficult it is to do what you do. That's why only you can do it. You mightn't get the appreciation, but believe in yourself and keep on believing. Don't stop believing. I'm hearing that song by Journey. You're on your spiritual journey. I don't have pet peeves like some people. I have whole kennels of irritation. Someone could love Whoopi Goldberg. It's making me think of Ghost. So literally very ghostly energy. You could be seeing a ghost or you could be getting a shock and it'll be like you've seen a ghost, but it's a good ghost. Don't worry, a good shock. Some of you could have pets or dogs and pet peeves, but don't let the irritations get in the way of your manifestations because they are magical and I can't wait to hear what they are. So thank you so much for being here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to stay up to date for all the latest videos. Make sure to let me know what this magical spooky experience is, and I will see and connect with all of you again in the next one. Until then, goodbye and God bless. Mwah! Hello and welcome to all of my wonderful group threes. If you were drawn to the third card, what is he thinking about? You're here in the right place. So you could be deep in thought or meditation in the next 24 hours. And if you're thinking, Jasmine, I don't meditate, this is the spirit saying, hey, group three, it's time to meditate, because it's actually very, very amazing to turn our minds off. Because when our conscious mind isn't on, it helps us really see what's going on beneath the surface. So I feel like these spiritual awakenings are coming, and you're putting in that extra effort to make it happen. You're making something happen in the next 24 hours. You're not being submissive. And when it comes to meditation, it's about learning how to quiet our minds and our souls in order to see where spirit wants to take us. So the only person you're being submissive to in the next 24 hours is spirit. And as hard as it can be to adjust, it's about knowing that we can turn these frequencies on and off. You could be feeling very hot and cold, but this is a combination of energies, and you're just learning how to tune in and tune out with all the energies, because that's the thing. It can be great to feel everything, but sometimes we need to step back and tune out. So I am hearing a song every single night by Fiona Apple. Some of you could have anxiety or ADHD. It can be hard to turn the brain off, but when you do, amazing things happen. So check out that song. And Spirit is saying you can overpower your own mind. Give yourself more power than your anxiety. Yeah, so let's bring in the energy for my group threes. You could be moving around, moving the energy around in your body and expressing that energy. So let's see. Let's get you a Moonology card for my group threes. What is happening for group three in the next 24 hours, please and thank you. Now, this is getting a bit messy. You could be cleaning something up or cleaning house, literally. So what is happening for group three in the next 24 hours? We have Believe in the Impossible, the Blue Moon. Ooh, so I'm hearing that song Blue Moon. Some of you could love Grease. But I feel like you are believing in the impossible and miracles. Sometimes you have to see it to believe it. Sometimes we have to tune out of our logical minds to really see and believe in the impossible. I seen an orb. So by tuning out of the logical mind, your spiritual mind and your soul and spirit is going to take over and show you something that would be unbelievable if you didn't see it to believe it. I love that. We also have Nothing Is Yet Set in Stone. Group one could have a message for you if you found yourself drawn there. You're still in the process of creating and your spiritual journey is still underway. So don't write yourself off yet, because this is only just happening and you are going to get more and more powerful as time goes on. It's all coming to you. So something could be coming in. You could be getting incoming messages or offers for some of you. Let's see. Let's get the tarot for my group threes. Did I get you a word from Oscar Wilde? I don't think so. I don't think I did. So let's see. What does Oscar Wilde have to say to group three? My apologies. We have, I can resist everything except temptation. That's one of my favorite quotes ever. So you could be resisting temptation, but that's the thing. If we resist distractions or we resist our mind that's saying, oh, this isn't true, this is impossible, that's when we can break through to the other side. You're having a spiritual breakthrough. I'm also hearing Break On Through to the Other Side by The Doors. So some of you could love The Doors. We also have I Have Very Simple Tastes. I'm always satisfied with the very best. So if it's not the best, you are not satisfied and you are only getting better and better with time, like a fine wine. So some of you could be drinking wine and That's the thing, you're realizing how full-bodied and rich you really are. And spiritually, these gifts are just getting richer and richer. So something about tuning out that logical mind of yours, it will help you see things from a different perspective. And once you see it, hey, you've no choice but to believe in the impossible. Yeah, and this could even be the magic within yourself. But let's see. So for my group threes, what is happening in the next 24 hours? Please and thank you. We have the Page of Cups, possibilities. And this is going beautifully with this card because you're believing in the impossible by seeing the possibilities within yourself. And with the Page of Cups, this is literally the psychic child. Some of you could have a psychic child, but this is your inner child, your inner psychic telling you to turn off that brain, get meditating, believe in the impossible, see it in yourself. Because once you see it in yourself, you've no choice but to believe. You are gifted. And some of you could have been blocking these spiritual gifts. Or maybe for some of you, there were other people, energy vampires in your energy in the past that was stopping you from really tapping into your true potential. But nothing is stopping you because you are unstoppable and you are making the impossible happen by seeing these gifts, especially psychically within yourself. So some of you could be having psychic dreams, or there could be a message from a loved one coming in. We have the Four of Pentacles. This is prosperity, financial security. So financially, you're good. And some of you could even be investing in, your own divination things or your own spirituality. So whether that be paying for a breakaway, whether that's alone or with a lover, with a child for some of you, you're using the money you have to improve the circumstances you have, and your self-belief, your self-confidence is growing exponentially, and so is your money. So money is coming, don't worry. We also have the Fool, a fresh start. This is you really starting again and tuning into the magic and the music within you. So in my last pick a card, I think I channeled the song You've Got the Music in You. I actually don't know who sings it, but that's another channeled song for you. You've got the music in you, group 3. 9 of Pentacles, abundance. So you've got abundance, prosperity when it comes to money, and you've got a fresh start, the psychic child, and overcoming the impossible in the next 24 hours. So this is a big day ahead, and you're really tuning in with your wants, your desires, and your psychic gifts, and nothing or no one is going to stop you or get in the way. And group 3, I love this. You're taking authority of your own spiritual journey. I love that. And sometimes we don't always have to be going somewhere. It's about staying still and sitting still. You're divinely protected by your ancestors. So let's see. Some of you could be dog people, love huskies, wolves. So in the next 24 hours, what can group 3 expect? We have family, home, and commitment. So I feel like all of you here are very family orientated. And even if you have a lot of responsibilities and you feel like, I can't do that, I need to do this, you're showing up for yourself, your own inner child. And you're starting afresh. This is a fresh start with the Fool and the little baby shoes. So baby steps when it comes to your spirituality, but you're seeing big results from these baby steps. Turn off that logical mind and see how your spiritual gifts can grow exponentially, expeditiously is what I'm hearing. So for some of you, you could have a baby in the house. This could be your own baby, a grandchild. Take as it resonates. Someone could even be giving you baby news that is worth celebrating in the next 24 hours. Because when it comes to life, it's just a blessing in itself. So you're going to be thankful for all the blessings. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. An air sign could be significant, but this is you tuning in with your own mind, your own psychic gifts. And when you are fully in tune with your soul purpose, you're not ignoring that soul's call. this is when we can really feel prosperous and fulfilled, because this is your calling, no one else's. And by ignoring it, you're doing yourself a disservice. You might be everything to everyone, but this is really asking yourself, what is it you truly want, and giving it to yourself. You're a giver, and everyone loves and appreciates that about you. And you're giving yourself that time, that space, and that patience you need in order to really get to that point that you want to be. Yeah, and it could be as simple as just a meditation practice. You're taking that time for yourself, and these baby steps are going to make the biggest difference. And congratulations to anyone who is adding to their family. And it's absolutely beautiful that the generations continue. And I feel like the younger generations look up to you because you're such a giver. You're such a minder. Kids and animals love you. And this shows how beautiful and intoxicating your energy is, because kids and animals don't like everyone. So the fact that they're drawn to you shows that you can connect with all kinds of energies, all generations. You're an old soul, and by tuning in with your meditative practices, you could even be uncovering things about yourself from past lives. Because that's the thing, this is not your first round. I just seen an orb. This ain't your first rodeo. And you have these ancient wisdoms that you have to re-unlock in your mind by turning off the logical mind, believing in the impossible. It might sound a bit away with the fairies, but sometimes we have to go away with the fairies in order to come back with that ancient and divine knowledge. You know you have it, you just need to tune back in and listen to spirit. You could be getting a love offer, or if you have a lover, I feel like the next 24 hours will be very loving indeed. Can I get one more for my group threes? Yeah, we've got the love offer. So some of you could be starting again with a lover, or you could be, going somewhere to have a fresh start. This could be a new chapter in the relationship, maybe new parents, new grandparents. You're embracing the new chapter together. And for my singles, there could be someone coming in with a love offer. And if they awaken that inner child, or you feel like you're kindred spirits, spirit is saying, go for it. Your higher self is being activated, and the power, the magic is all in your hands. So yeah, if someone is giving you an offer, whether this is work related or love related, it will be different for everyone. I feel like the ball is in your court and the power is in your hands. Ooh, I love that. So we can get your spirit message. What is the spirit message for my group threes? And then we'll get you some advice before we go. So I feel like you're very hardworking. Even if you stay at home with your family, you are so hardworking. There's nothing you can't do. And hey, group three, listen, the credit goes to you. Credit where it's due. What does Spirit want to say to group three regarding the next 24 hours? We have, this is a long-term solution. So maybe there's something that is only a short-term solution and you're finding something that is more suitable. But if you're going through a hardship of any kind right now, this is only temporary, and it's leading you to the place that you really need to be. I'm hearing this must be the place, talking heads. Are these all in reverse? No. Spirit says to have more faith and trust. So have faith in yourself. You could be reconnecting or reestablishing your faith. I don't like how they're in reverse though, group three. Let me see. Let me get you one more for group three. You're cursed. Okay. Forget about that, group three. You could feel like you're overcoming generational curses, family trauma, especially when it comes to your inner child. Maybe it's hard to reconnect or reconvene with your inner child when your inner child is wounded. But you're giving yourself the patience that other people didn't give you as a child, that validation. Can I get one more for group three? What does Spirit want to say? What's going on here? This situation will backfire. Now, this is in reverse. This is good. So I feel like someone who's trying to throw shots or throw shade at you, it's going to backfire and they're going to be the one with egg on their face. That's for some, not all. And I do feel like there might be something temporary right now, a temporary inconvenience. But after the inconvenience comes the impossible. Prosperity and happiness and abundance is coming. This is more so focusing on your inner child, especially if it's wounded, and your psychic gifts. Because even if you're only a baby psychic, you were born with these God's gifts. The Page of Cups is the psychic child, and this child was born with these gifts. Even if you've only unlocked them later on in life, this is because now you've got the wisdom you need. Because with great power comes great responsibility. You may have a lot of responsibility already, but what's one more? Because your hands are magical and you can do a bit of everything. So don't be afraid to do you in the next 24 hours, because the results will be absolutely unbelievable. Until you see it, to believe it. We have your practicality is helping. This is in reverse. So it's confirming, get rid of that logical mind and go away with the fairies, because the fae may have something to say. So some of you could love fairies and they can be mischievous, but ultimately they get the job done. That's for sure. What is the advice for group 3? Please and thank you. We have flowers grow out of dark moments. So even if you're feeling in the dark, do you see that little fly? Yeah, I feel like you're so divinely protected. But even in your darkest moments, that's when you grow the most. You can bloom where you are planted. And that's about meditation, because it can be hard to stay still, but sometimes we bloom in the dark, in the quiet. And you're quietly getting that power recharged. I love that. Turn difficulties into learning opportunities. Albert Einstein, and he was a genius. So that's the thing, learning opportunities and creative opportunities. There's a time and a place for the logical mind and the creative mind. You're doing a bit of both. But for now, just take the time to relax and unwind in the next 24 hours. Because you're a genius, a creative one, but there could be some more baby steps you need to do before you can get there. So yeah, go a bit wild. And you don't always have to know the answers, because you're finding those answers from within. So take your time, and group 3, you will find whatever it is you need to find, because Spirit is bringing it all towards you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this, if you resonated, what you'd like to see next. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, because that keeps you up to date for all of my latest videos. And if you're looking for a personal reading, you can find all the details on my homepage, and I will see and connect with all of you again in the next one. Until then, goodbye and God bless. Mwah.